Live.
Once again, we are live back in the man cave at 7 p.m. on a Sunday. So must be time to talk Polk County basketball. This is Polk Hoops, your number one source for Polk County High School basketball. I want to say good evening to everybody. I want to say, first of all, before we get started, I want to say what's up to our co-host, to the All-State PG and All-State coach. What's going on, fellas?
What's up? What's up?
What's good, man?
Hey,
Happy
man.
Father's Day, guys. Happy Father's Day to you.
Appreciate that, man.
Hey, man. Happy Father's Day to you too, man. Everybody, man. Everybody, whether you birth them or you take care of them or you coach them, there's so many of us, man, that's what we do, standing in the paint. So want to say what's up. Salute to all the fathers who doing the job, man, every day and doing it without expectation. Doing the job, man. It's outstanding. It's an outstanding job, bro. It's the best job in America, being a father, man. So I salute y'all guys, man, for what you do, and you do it effortlessly. So appreciate y'all on that, man. So we got a lot to get to tonight. Got a good show. Want to start off as we always do with Tuma's Tape. Gonna get a ball to you. Gonna pass the rock to you. See if you got anything that you want to talk about. If you do, it's your time. If not, we'll keep it moving.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta publicly apology. I gotta apologize.
This should be good.
I want to apologize to Marlon Austin. And that's Marlon Austin, right? Yeah, I want to apologize to Austin, man. That argument about the first team and kids being on there and strength of schedule, and we kind of went back and forth with them. But what I've been seeing this summer, it seems like he was right for a change. And I want to say I was wrong. I want to apologize because what he said about strength of schedule with these kids playing in certain schools, it really means a lot. You playing at these smaller schools and you're not competing against the Lakewell, the Haines Cities, the Bartolds, the Winter Haven, Lakelands. You're averaging 20, and then you come line up against these guys, and it's a whole different ball game, man. So he spoke the truth on that, and hey.
He was very passionate. He was very passionate about it, but he was speaking it though.
Yeah, because the way some of these kids competing right now is man, it just ain't. Hey, they ain't the same kid we've been seeing, dog. So I had to just I didn't apologize to him. Also want to just give a shout out to all the coaches, man, in the summer league, especially Oasis coach, man. Saw him grind down and compete the other day. We was all like, "Oh, we don't." I was over there saying, "I don't want to wear a shirt ever," but to see the way them kids competed, was that Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday against Ridge. Much respect, man. Them kids play hard. Win or lose, them kids been playing hard. They competing. They know they're not at that level of most of those guys, but those kids are competing, and the coach took that stance and say, my kid's gonna play this summer. We ain't gonna worry about wins or losses. We just gonna get better. So I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan. I know we trying to get shirts, and I want one, and I'm gonna wear it with pride. I mean, shout out to the coach and the kids the Oasis.
Coach, and I might say the name wrong, Coach Delisandro. Shout out to Coach Delisandro. They showed up to every game. I know after the first one, the question was, were they going to finish every game? Because, it's been years in the summer league where people would quit now. People would lose, and people would just stop playing. So shout out to them for coming. They show up every night. They show up with all their kids. And like you said, they play hard. Little Delisandro at point, and then he got another son, Peter Delisandro, the shooter that was knocking them down in the corner of the night. And they fans come. They cheering, and they are very happy to be in the league, and they show up and they compete. And so, like you said, I'll co-sign that. So once Coach Billy D get those Oasis shirts, we definitely will be in the man cave with them, to show our support. So even though they didn't win any regular season games, they still earn.
They have to, man. They earn
a lot of respect. I co-sign that. So that's the Tuma's Tape. You gonna catch the ball and reverse it to the coach, All-State coach. Do you got anything on your dog, coach? Are you good?
You know what? Tuma been talking about coaches the whole entire time, about the passion and excitement he's been seeing from the coaches, that they've been coaching their kids pretty hard. So what I would like to ask you guys, what coaches that have y'all been impressed with Summer League?
I've been impressed with Coach Woodside and Coach Phillips for what they've done with them young men after losing 3 starters. I've been impressed with you're always gonna be impressed with Coach McGriff because of his passion to play everybody and get better during the summer. Definitely impressed with Coach Hen. Coach Hen has done a great job. And Coach Shaw, Coach Broke, them for again playing a bunch of freshmen, fighting and winning. And then last but not least, man, I'm really impressed with Lake Wells coach, man. I mean, he finished as the top 2 seed. He number 1, right? He finished as
number 1 seed in the East.
I'm definitely impressed with the guy, even though he don't speak to me, speak to me of Polk hoops. I'm definitely impressed with the program. And from 2 years ago, they were 3-30, and come back after losing Walt, and then come back and he proved that they was gonna win and make the playoffs. And then this summer they did their thing, man. So those 4 right there. If I'm missing somebody, I'm missing them, but I'm impressed with them.
The thing about the summer league that's kind of been interesting to me this summer is the strategy. It's like it's been strategy with a couple of the coaches. Like with Bartow, they're doing the split squad strategy where they sending some kids. They playing in the Polk summer league and they playing over in Tampa. So that that's one thing. Although McGriff makes sure he coaches at the Polk County one, but then he'll jump in the car and run the Tampa too. But 2 teams that are kind of doing a kind of different way of, I guess, coaching it is Sebring and Kathleen. Like neither one of their head coaches are like, I guess, officially head coaching. Like I know Shaw is on the bench and he kind of like taking notes. It's like he like scouting his own kids, and he got Broke kind of doing the coaching. Broken and like Horace coaches some too. And so they up as like quote unquote head coaches. And then Sebring is doing the same thing with Princeton. That's kind of like sitting behind the bench, and he has his assistant coach that's kind of doing the coaching. So that's been kind of different. But I guess they're using the summer for kind of almost an evaluation type deal with the new kids. So that's a real interesting way of doing it too. And I've been impressed with Coach D'Alessandro and then Coach Weeds also. This that first time in the league, and they've come in and did a good job. I'm tell you who I was impressed with. Was it Tuesday at Florida Southern? Coach Simmons from Lake Region. Coach Simmons, for him to come in, I guess probably about a week before the summer league started. He's gonna get 4 games in the summer league when they went in the summer league, and he got brand new kids. He had like 7 kids, I think. They say 2 or 3 of them played JV last year, and he's like coaching those kids like hard, and they're like responding to him. And I've been impressed with him for the amount of time that he's had them for what he's doing as far as getting them to play hard. So not taking away from anybody else, but just the different strategies that's kind of one thing I've noticed, that some people kind of use some different strategies also. That's been kind of interesting to see.
Well, I could say, Coach, I use that same strategy going into the 2012 season. It actually allows you to sit back and see a lot more. When you're coaching, you're tied up with, managing the game, substitutions, X's and O's strategy, trying to call plays. But when you're able to sit back and observe, you're able to see a whole lot more. And also, when you establish your program, you establish what strategies that you're using. It's good to empower your assistant coaches, and give them that opportunity to coach. And that's a great way of developing the next generation. So I don't mind that strategy at all. It's good to see people that have established programs that are able to do that. Now you can see some of the ones that, are just becoming, head coaches, are only been there a short time. They coaching their kids pretty hard, but hopefully they'll get to that point where they're able to relinquish those reins in the summer and able to sit back and observe. So
you definitely got to have a level of confidence in yourself in order to be able to sit down and let somebody else do it if you're the head coach, and everybody, not saying everybody can't do it, but you got to have a level of confidence that it may be a substitution that you wouldn't make, or it may be a call set, a defense you may want to pick up full after made basket and the coach want to back up and, pick up half. And you sitting there in the role that you're in, you gotta kind of be very confident in yourself, securing yourself as a coach to be able to allow you, like you said, your assistant coaches and that empowers them and that gives them power during the season, and it gives them accountability and credibility with the kids too. So when they check a kid, it's not like they're just looking at the head coach for all of the direction, all of the correction and stuff. So I think it's a great strategy, but like I said, once again, you have to be secure to do that. So,
but also, coach, you never know what might happen, especially this past year with COVID. Remember, Hardy lost their head coach, for a few games.
That's true.
Yeah.
So somebody got to be ready to step in. You just never know what will happen, and we had the same strategy with Winter Haven girls. It's been a few times where Johnny wasn't able to be there, and we was have to pick up the reins, and we still got to play without him. He got a great safety blanket, but you still got to have somebody there that's ready to take the reins and ready to coach those kids.
And one more coach that I thought was, and I don't even know his name, so I apologize, coach, but the coach that's coaching Lake Gibson, he's assistant coach too. He's coaching because I know Boatwright is kind of splitting between football and basketball. So Boatwright comes, but the assistant coach has been there like for every game, and he coaches those kids hard, and they play hard for him. I mean, Lake Gibson I don't think they won a game, but they've been in most of the games, and they play hard. They just they just kind of got to get used to each other and stuff. But they lost about 3 or 4 kids. I think the Jenkins right before the league started. So the way he coaches them kids, he doesn't let off on them. He challenges them, and that's been pretty. But I mean, all the coaches are coaching them hard. But I mean, I don't want nobody to feel like we don't mention you specifically that we saying you're not coaching the kids hard. You're not doing a good job. We just.
But I just wanted to highlight the coaches, period, because overall, I think they are doing a great job, and it's bringing so much excitement back to the county, where I think we're going to have, like not this past season, but the season before, where we have a bunch of teams back in the playoffs.
Right, I agree. All right, so we're gonna do a last week recap since we didn't really talk about it yet. We'll go back and last week. Kind of starting off, the team that and you all may have different teams, but to me, the team that was the most impressive was Lake Wells. Lake Wells, I don't think anybody, well, I don't want to say they did, and that's probably why Coach Banks don't speak to us, but they're not surprised that they're the 1 seed, but they knocked off Winter Haven and Arbondale in the same week, back-to-back nights. And if you look at them on paper, and even when you look at them in the layup line, physically, they don't necessarily pass the eyeball test because they're undersized, they're small. But when you toss the ball up, they sit in that 2-3 zone, and the kids are not scared, first of all. And then second of all, when they get on offense, they got 3-4 guys at all times that can score, that can shoot, and that can score. And they just make sure it always seems like the right guy gets the ball to take the shot. And that game Tuesday, thank you. That game Tuesday at Florida Southern, where it ended up being sudden death. First time we had a sudden death that I can remember in summer league, where they was tied at the end of the regulation. They was tied at the end of overtime. So then sudden death, first basket, first point win, and they end up winning on a kid went to the basket, got fouled, they hit a free throw, and they won. That's how they. Then the next night turned around and knocked Arbondale off at the rec. So that's like a home game for Arbondale. So I was really impressed with Lake Wells this week with how they compete, and they just don't back down. People, they small, but they not scared of nobody. And
man, I mean, you got to think about it. Tuma talked about it a couple of weeks ago about how experienced their guards are going to be. They probably got one of the most experienced backcourts out of all the teams in summer league. You know what I'm saying? Even with the freshmen playing a lot, starting last year, averaging 18 a game. You know, that's bringing a lot of experience with Excel and the rest of them guys.
He does not play like a freshman at all.
I got a question for y'all. I just not realizing that them guys knocked off Auburn there. That was very quiet. Wasn't nobody talking about that.
I mean, they did. I don't know, you know, but they knocked them off there. Yeah, they knocked them off at the Rick. You know, that's what I'm saying. It was
on that Wednesday night.
Before you got there, it was very like country. You know, that used to be.
It was tight, or it was a convincing win.
It was tight. In the first half, it was a little bit of, I guess, you know, a little controversy. Kind of, they had to hold the game up for a while because they had the scores kind of like they had Arvindale score where it looked like it was on Lake Wells' side, and vice versa. So it was confusing people, and so they had to stop the play to kind of get that situated. That took a little while. They got a little heated with the coaches, but they were able to separate them. But second half, it was close. Second half, and probably around the 10-minute mark, Gatlin hit like 2 or 3 threes in a row. And you know, Gatlin kind of he the one you ain't really heard about, but you know he can still play. Yeah, so he kind of caught fire, and then they ended up beating them by 7. But they was probably around 3 to 5 the whole game. Now I'm in respect to to Arvindale, KK didn't play. I want to make that so that, you know, I know Lake Wells gonna be like, "Oh, I'm hating because I'm saying that," but let's just, you know, we gotta say
he still gotta play the game. You know,
he still got to line up and play, but you know, he didn't play.
I didn't play, and Paul George had to do his due. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, they still got to play.
That's a big deal. That's a big loss. Yeah. But they credit Lake Wells. They beat them.
Yeah, I ain't taking that away from Lake Wells. I'm just saying that because I mean, the night before Lake Wells knocked off a full Winter Haven squad with everybody. So no disrespect to Lake Wells, even though Coach Banks, no disrespect to you. So he probably really ain't gonna speak now because we just said that. But in any event, Lake Wells was, for me, it was team of the week. They was very impressive with how they performed all week long. No disrespect to the Dreadnoughts. The Dreadnoughts was impressive too, but Lake Wells was pretty impressive.
I mean, we expect that from the Dreadnoughts. So
I know somebody asked, was it Coach Simmons? Somebody asked me in the gym, man, y'all made me wear the shirt for the sausage, and y'all ain't saying nothing about nobody else who got sausage. So are y'all gonna say who got sausage on the show? So I say, well, Coach, I mean,
how about the yellow jacket?
We'll line up who got the sausage this week. So,
the Yellow Jackets got that sausage.
Yellow Jackets got the sausage from Lakeland. Yeah.
Did everybody play?
Everybody played.
We got to get McGriff a shirt.
McGriff got to get a hot sausage. He got to get a hot sausage picture. Yeah, he probably ain't gonna want one, but Oasis. You know, if we being real, Oasis got the sausage from Sebring.
We expect that. That's nothing to talk about.
We expect that. So, who else got? That was on Monday night. I think that was the only sausage. Them the only 2 sausage games on Monday. Tuesday. Nobody got sausage on Tuesday.
I thought Jenkins got the sausage put in them. Gent was saying somebody had some long.
Yeah, but he didn't. Gent got it on Wednesday from Bartow.
Bartow took the sausage.
He got it on Tuesday from Lakeland too. He got it back to back. He got it Lakeland and Bartow. Yeah, it was tough.
He got treated unfair, huh?
You know the thing is, on Monday,
call the detectives.
On Monday, Jenkins beat Santa Fe, and Jenkins looked. You could tell they had went to the FSU camp, and they looked good against Santa Fe. I mean, they was moving. I mean, y'all was there. They was actually like they looked a lot more crisp. They looked a lot more like fluid.
Jenkins look good, and Santa Fe just ain't good.
I'm saying what I saw. I'm just saying what they was doing. I'm saying like for us how they was like running sets and how they was moving the ball and that and attacking and stuff. So I don't know if we saying Santa Fe not good, because I think Santa Fe first 5 is 45 is pretty decent. But I thought Jenkins played pretty good on Monday. Now on Tuesday and Wednesday, it kind of got caught.
They got a good 3. You got a strong 3. They got a good 4th role player, and then the rest of them doctors and lawyers.
What is
it is what it is.
What is Billy Noswald saying? He said, "Let's talk come season." He must be a Bartow guy. Tell Lakeland to play their whole team and not just your starting 6.
Man, Lakeland playing to win, whether it's in the season, summer league, or anything. I mean, I know what McGriff is doing. I totally know what McGriff is doing. I understand what McGriff is doing, and McGriff don't care about wins and losses. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to really gauge on how close they are or how far apart they are. But I'm with him. I'm trying to play to win, try to build those kids' confidence.
Confidence, yeah. And then on top of it, Lakeland got 9 guys to play.
They play.
He only playing 6 out of respect then, because he got them football guys there. He got the 5 starters, and he got 3 or 4 football guys that could play, like that make a difference when they come on the floor. Yeah. Zipper, Amari, and Wilson. It's another one out there that be coming in and be playing.
But you know what, Tuma? And you said it earlier, it's gonna all depend on their schedule and when they schedule the play team. Because Lakeland gonna at least be playing football till at least through Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So, scheduling is very important.
Well, Lakeland's 8 deep, 8 to 9 deep, and that's good for any basketball team. I think Lakeland is the most as deep as any team that we've seen. Winter Haven is about 7 deep, 7 or 8 as well.
Winter Haven played 6 or 7 against Lake Wells. Yeah, they didn't.
Is Billy from Bartow? He don't like that Bartow got that sausage put in him.
He from Bartow.
Yeah, he don't like that sausage getting stroked in him in the summertime.
Hey, and we got to keep it G now. If it happened, it happened. Now, I mean, them people lined up, and they both had, and Bartow wasn't split that night. So we being real, they had all their kids that night.
Another thing you got to give him some credit on, even if he playing them 6 guys, he got 6 monsters. You got 6 monsters, and they out there playing freestyle defense and freestyle offense, and they putting sausages in people. Wait till they get organized.
Oh, Black said they got another transfer from New York.
And the thing is, they do, and the thing is with social media now, the kid did his own edit, so it's like the kid that's coming did his edit on Instagram with the jersey uniform he had on up there, and then he, transported into the Lakeland uniform. So he a football kid, but apparently he can play basketball too. So that one just dropped the hand out. So I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Hey, look, he talking about they better. Hey, Lakeland gonna play a schedule. We talking about Coach Hen, Billy Noswell. Hen ain't gonna play no Mulberry 7 times. That ain't what Hen do.
Yeah, he don't know.
He ain't gonna line up against whoever who want to play him.
Yeah. And the thing is, like you said, you got to take it like a man. It happened with everybody, man.
Listen,
bro, it's summer league though.
But it's summer league. But that's what I'm saying. So we talking summer league. We ain't projecting to the season. We ain't saying what that gonna look like. We talking about what happened on Monday.
Bartow got that sausage.
Bartow gave it to him.
Lakeland
gave it to him. Lakeland gave it to him. It happened. Game of the week. I don't know about y'all, but for me, game of the week was, even though it was summer league, it did not feel like a summer league game with Arbondale and Winter Haven. That game did not feel like a summer league game at all. I mean, they went at it. They competed. I mean, they was all upstairs in the field house, and it was great energy. I mean, you got the big guys. You had Turner getting the best of Dillon at first. Giving him you too short sign. As I see the cats in the NBA doing. I saw Booker do that today, which Booker can do what he want to do, how he played today. And then second half, daggone Dylan stepped outside and hit like what 2-3 threes back to back. He had like 6-7 blocks. I mean, that was a pretty
Bro, he had 6 threes total that game.
I mean, and he's shooting them like
James,
bro.
Yes, he had 6 threes total.
He's shooting them like it ain't like it's no bad shot. Like
no, it's a part of this game,
shot, bro. You can see why he getting the offers that he getting. And while we talking about that, shout out to Dylan. You know, he picked up 2 more offers this week. He picked up Appalachian State and Florida Gulf Coast University. I want to also say shout out to 2023 guard KK Kirby Nash from Auburn picked up his first offer from Polk State, and also the Jude St. Jacques who signed with Lewis and Clark. So he going to the same school as Marcus Rue. So picked up two Polk County kids. So shout out and congratulations to them guys for that. So I don't know if y'all got any other reactions from last week. I know last week it was 25 games. All 3 of us went 19-6. Coach, you the only one on Wednesday that picked Lake Wells to beat Auburndale.
So he went 8-0.
They went 8-0 and on that day. So now with the rest of the regular season, we got playoffs that start tomorrow. But right now, PG is ahead by one game.
Hey, I got a question for y'all before we move on. I want to see how y'all take this question. All right. If you and another team are not, you and another coach, y'all not getting along, it's very, very heated. You win the game. Do the kids shake hands or do the coaches ignore that?
Even if we take out the personal, we have to be the example. In my opinion, we got to be the example. I
understood this. We talking about Lakeland Santa Fe. You know, I don't sugarcoat nothing. And I asked coaches why they didn't. They kind of felt like if their boys would have went over there to Santa Fe, they probably got a little heated. But for me, I'm like, ain't nothing over Santa Fe to be worried about getting heated about with the guys you got. So I feel like they should have shook hands, man. I mean, like the game was a good battle. Whether the coaches got, the personals or whatever's going on, I just feel like
we have to be the example. If that means that one coach got to be at the front of the line, one got to be in the middle, and one got to be at the end, we gotta shake hands. We gotta show.
Only reason I don't shake hands if it was like a really, really chippy game where a possible, a couple fights might have broken out. You know what I'm saying? Just to avoid that. That's the only reason that I don't shake hands. Other than that, I let the kids shake hands. The kids are competing. You know what I'm saying? They gladiators when they get out there, but in the end, it's all about sportsmanship. We talk about sportsmanship all the time. You gotta show sportsmanship.
I don't think anybody would want to even get into a fight with anybody. Let's be honest. So I don't get how they didn't shake because when it comes to that part of it, that would have got ugly. If it would have been somebody acting like they want to get in fight. Hey, it'd been some detectives having to interview that thing up, but
yeah, I mean, if it's not a possible
pit bulls and you got a little Chihuahua pit bulls,
if it ain't a possible brawl breaking out, they gotta shake hands. You gotta show sportsmanship. So
I think we have to.
Santa Fe has no chance of winning no fight in the battlefield with Lakeland.
We have to be.
Bro, let's keep it real. I mean, for a minute, but me and McGriff, we can get along.
But that's Lake Wells and Bar too.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm talking about ain't nobody from Santa Fe finna knock down
This thing, we get it. We get that it's personal. We get that. For us that know, we know it's personal. So we get why it didn't happen. So we can kind of dance around. Like Coach Billy D just said, him and McGriff was like that at first. The coaches are not fans of each other. That's not anybody who paying attention knows that. So it's not no breaking news. It's not something that we talking about that's off the air that nobody don't know about. We know that the coaches got a history. because of Trey, and we can say that too. It ain't nothing. We're not saying nothing that folks don't know. But having said that, like you said, we gotta.
I think the kids should have shook hands. If I'm a Lakeland kid, I'm going to shake hands anyway because it been 2 years of trash talk like we was scared to play. We didn't get to play last year because the game got canceled. Whether we beat you by 20 or by 10, I'm going to shake your hand and say, "Hey, when we gonna schedule the game again?" At the end of the day.
Are they scheduled to play during the regular season?
After watching that, I wouldn't schedule on either end. I wouldn't want to play them. It ain't enough respect to line up a free game. That's not a mandatory game.
So you saying they're not in the district, you wouldn't do it?
It's obvious they don't like each other. They're not gonna shake hands in the summer. Why even play each other? That's when it don't take but one situation. Now that you look at it, it can be one hard foul on the end of Lakeland fouling somebody from Santa Fe. They're gonna be like a person like he tried to do it to hurt him or anything. I wouldn't. They might as well just move on from it.
Okay, so if it's on you, you wouldn't schedule it.
Nah, man, I wouldn't even try to schedule it. They ain't shake hands in the summer league, bro.
Okay, well, we gotta. I mean, I got it. But yeah,
if they're playing, it's not about kids. More personal.
Yeah.
And Trey played good. Like he fought. Trey played. I wouldn't play for nobody else on that team but Trey.
I thought Trey played good. I thought Matt played good in spots.
Who was Matt?
Matt Ball with the glasses, the goggles. I thought he played. I thought he played in spots.
Yeah. I ain't
Trey played pretty good. And so yeah, I mean, I don't know if they played in the regular season, but it definitely was obvious that it was it definitely was obvious. So
yeah, I guarantee you that won't be the Santa Fe team when it comes regular season. I bet you a couple of additions.
We already heard they got a 7-footer from Africa.
On the way. On United Airlines as soon as
just show Lakeland getting New Yorkers, my boy getting Africans.
For the plurals, Africans.
I wouldn't play. I would. No matter what brand comes in, I think that just too obvious. It's too open. Like, a blind man can see that right there. A problem.
Yeah, and then like I said, you don't want a situation to happen where something do break out. You talking about 6 weeks or not getting back at all? It's not working.
Yeah, if they can't shake hands, you definitely don't need to play them.
I can dig it. All right, so this week is, I know it's kind of crazy to say it, but this is the last week of summer league.
Oh man, I hate that, man. This been going so good, man.
Summer league done came in and now it's about to leave, man. So tomorrow is the first night of the playoffs. And let's kind of, before we talk about it, let's make sure that we help Coach Woodside and the people at the Fieldhouse out tomorrow. Apparently, the people at the Fieldhouse are not very happy with the traffic on the courts. They don't want any fans downstairs. Only people they want downstairs, they want the coaches and the teams. They want everybody else upstairs. That's their policy. They don't want anybody on the middle courts playing ball because they still have people that come in from, that's not with the summer league. They are using those goals kind of like it's kind of like a community center like the Rec or whatever. And so we want to help Coach Woodside. And, they kind of worked out getting us into that facility, and it's a real good facility. So we don't want to have a situation where the people don't want to invite the summer league back. And I know that Coach Woodside's, wife is up front, and she's kind of, helping out, volunteering and stuff. And from what I understand, she kind of got some people kind of gave her a hard time. So let's help the summer league first of all, and then let's help Coach Woodside. Let's be respectful, and let's make sure that we take care of who taking care of us, because if it weren't for him, we wouldn't even be in the field house. And that field house is a great facility. We don't want to mess that up. We don't want them to have to go and answer for stuff that they shouldn't have to answer for. So that's just my quick PSA on that before we even get into the games for tomorrow.
Yeah, but most of all, we don't want to spoil it for the kids. That's a great location. You know what I'm saying? It's created a great atmosphere and buzz for the summer league, and we want to continue to use that facility from here on out.
They better respect Coach Woodside's wife when she's trying to help them.
Exactly, bro. I had a problem with that. Yeah, I had a problem with that.
Yeah,
coming sideways, and that lady just as nice as she want to be, and the people nice, and they. So let's just help the people out, man. If you ain't
watch the games upstairs. I mean, it's just that simple. Like, don't come down on the floor. All the players tell their parents or whoever that's coming, the upstairs is where you're supposed to be at. And let's enjoy some good basketball.
Enjoy some good basketball, man. We got 3 great locations this year. It's got all the teams in the same place. It's creating a great environment Monday night, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So let's not mess it up.
That's a smart one, Bill. I don't know if they got the men. I mean, probably because it costs to get security there, and I don't know the whole process, but roping it off, I don't know if they got that, but that'll be good to kind of block that door to send them to traffic them up to the stairs. Like, I don't know if they got ropes and stanchions, but if they do, they should use that and kind of flow traffic a certain way.
So any coaches that's on here, please help us out with your fans and with your teams. Let's help. Let's make this. Let's show the folks that we can do right by them. Let's help Coach Woodside and his staff and his wife and everybody when they even out tomorrow night. So if you on here and you got kids and you got fans, please just kind of relay the message for those that are not listening to us right now. Help us out with that before we.
Is that same door?
It's they bring them out. They all come through that one for the summer league. But they got three ways to come in. So they want us all to come in 3. And I know I saw the other night some people wasn't coming in 3. So
yeah, they had everybody that wasn't playing, and fans coming in the main entrance so they can go straight upstairs. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do again. So if you're not playing immediately, right, or have that next game, they want you to go upstairs.
Even the players, they don't want the.
Yeah, even the players.
So we gonna post it just a reminder on the page tomorrow. But
what they should do? Like this would be a good if we can get kids get volunteer hours. That's going towards a graduation and bright futures and stuff.
I know Coach said something about they normally use like ROTC, so you're gonna see if he can get some ROTC kids to kind of help with the flow of direction tomorrow. I don't know if he will. I mean, it's summertime, so it's a lot harder to get to them. But we just wanted and it's not something they told us to say. We just doing it on our own because we want to make sure that we keep everything kind of going smooth. We want to help them out because they've done so well to open up the field house, and it's like I said, such a great facility. We don't want to mess it up. We don't want Coach Woodside and Miss Woodside to have to deal with mess when we just gotta enjoy the kids and enjoy the games and compete. So y'all help us out with that. That's our quick Polk Hoops PSA on tomorrow night at the field house. So here we go. We got the seeds. I guess game 1 has West 1. The way the seeds go is they seeded 1 through 8 on the west side, 1 through 8 on the east side, and then they kind of cross who they playing. So the 6 o'clock game, the 1 seed from the west is Lakeland. They play the 8 seed on the east, which is Oasis. So the 6 o'clock game is Lakeland versus Oasis. Do y'all we need to talk about that one or not, y'all?
Of course not.
Okay. All right. So all 3 of us taking Lakeland?
Yeah, we're taking Lakeland. Still, shout out to Coach and Oasis, though, for a great job this summer.
Now, also, if you lose tomorrow, you're not out of the summer league. So it's like lose the bracket, consolation type stuff. So they'll still play games on Tuesday and then and also on Wednesday. So just so you know that. All right. So that's the first game. So the 1 seed on the east is Lake Wales, who plays the number 8 seed on the west, which is Lake Gibson. So Lake Wales versus Lake Gibson, which last year was actually a district game. So who y'all got, Lake Wales versus Lake Gibson? What you think?
The way Lake Wales playing right now, I take Lake Wales. I think it's going to be actually a competitive game. But I still like Lake Wales in that game.
Lake Wales.
Okay. I think that Lake Wales gonna win, but I don't think it's gonna be like a blowout. Lake Gibson plays hard. They just gotta kind of gotta get just get in the gym and kind of get used to each other. But I like Lake Wales in that one too. And then the other 6 o'clock game is actually not a playoff game. It's a play-in on the extra games. It's Mulberry versus, let me make sure I say this right, Out of the Bubble, who's coached by Scott Williams. Okay.
Yeah, I like Coach Scott though for the sausage.
So y'all read. So that's a sausage game we looking at?
Mm-hmm.
So that out of the bubble get to play in the playoffs?
No, that's not.
It's just
that's a play. Remember, we had
like a
games.
showcase game.
Yeah, so
that's a sausage.
That's a sausage game for Out of the Bubble. Scott Williams, Coach Scott Williams, Out of the Bubble. Now that's who you coaching. It's recorded. All right. So the 7 o'clock games will be the 2 versus 7 seeds. So the 2 seed on the West, which might be a surprise for some people, is Victory. Victory plays the 7 seed on the East, who is Ridge. So what's y'all thought on Victory versus Ridge?
Victory.
When we were talking about coaches earlier, that's one of the coaches that I would like to highlight. I think it's done a great job with his team. Victory is better than I think people giving them credit for. They have a real good experienced backcourt, and the other kids play well too. I like the coach's son. He plays hard. He can knock down shots. I really like Victory, and so I like Victory in this game.
I think Victory has I think Kaysen is going to lead the county in scoring for Victory this year, and he is not by himself. He has the Ricketts kid who can give you some good stuff. The Andino kid, who's probably one of the top shooters in the county, and then like you said, they got his son.
That's the kid from Jenkins, right?
Yeah, he can shoot it, coach. He just sit in that corner and he wait for the ball, and he catching and shooting. There ain't no wasted motion.
Jenkins had 2 transfers, Victor?
Yeah, Fitzgerald. Yeah.
But Gent lost.
And so, but Ridge has picked up a couple people since the year started. They picked up the kid from Haines City, who gonna help out a lot once he kind of used to going. What's the kid name? Got the Kodak hair. I can't call him. He was a freshman. Yeah, and they got him and then Trayvon back. So and Ridge gonna play hard. They play hard for Skip. So I think Ridge did beat Lake Wells, Coach Bird. I think they're the only people that knocked off Lake Wells early. But I like the way that Victory playing right now, so I'm gonna go with y'all both too with that one. But I think that's gonna be a pretty close game. I don't think that's gonna be a blowout. I think that's gonna be closer than people think. So the 2 seed on the east side, is Winter Haven. Winter Haven plays the 7 seed on the west side, which is McKeel.
Winter Haven.
Is it even a
Winter Haven too big?
Your look, man. You ain't got no. Okay.
Come on, man.
McKeel got 3 guards who they very small, undersized, but they ain't bad. With Darner, who can shoot it, with Brown and with Alex. I'm not saying they're gonna do nothing. I see how you're looking, boss, but we got to make sure we talk about the people, man. We can't just not even say anything. But are they gonna be able to deal with all that size that Winter Haven got and how fast Winter Haven can get out? I don't think they will. But we at least gotta get the kids a shot. They play all that, and they 3 guards are gonna be they're not gonna be bad this year. So that's Polk Hoops making sure we get the people their flowers. Bro don't want to get nobody no flowers now, but we're gonna get the people their flowers while they here.
Man, we kids will get beat by 30.
Right. So that's you think that's a sausage game?
That's a double sausage.
Man, I don't know because Winter Haven played all weekend, so I won't be surprised that
I don't think that's a sausage game.
He cut down their minutes.
You don't think that's gonna be a sausage game?
Based off of what Coach just said, they coming off a 7 game. They played 2 games on Friday. They played 3 yesterday. They played 2 today, and they're gonna come and play tomorrow night. That's 8 games in 2 days. I don't care how much talent you got. You gotta. I just don't think he's gonna play them all. Not that he can't. I just don't think he is. And so now, if he plays James and Phillips and Sellers all them, back to back, then yeah. But I don't think he's gonna play them like that. So for that reason,
when we doing lunch again?
Sir,
when we doing lunch again?
I mean, I'm not going to put no lunch on it, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
I think so. Okay. Based off of the fact they played all these games this weekend, so he gonna rest them. That's what I think. All right. So the other stuff
again, y'all Kenny the Jet Smith on that one. Huh?
Okay.
I just being nice.
So the next 7:00 game. Coach, we just gave him credit, Coach Johnson. Oh, Coach Johnson, you must be talking to Toon. That's Frostproof, Coach Toon.
Okay.
The next is the 3 seed in the West. No, hold on. That's not right. The next 7:00 game. That 7:00 game is actually the 4 seed in the West, which is Bartow, against the 5 seed in the East, which is Frostproof. That's a 7:00 game. So Bartow versus Frostproof.
That's a tough one because Frostproof actually they played well last week. I will say that they played really well. I think they beat a couple good teams last week. Bartow normally have their whole entire team on Mondays.
Yeah.
And I think Bartow size will give them trouble. So I'm going to go with Bartow for Monday.
Bartow
whole team. I like Bartow, but Frostproof probably got the kid that's going to be the second lead scorer in the county, and Devontre Chaney. Chaney just Chaney,
that kid tough, man. Chaney
a problem, but
he is because he can shoot it and he catching bodies now. Let his confidence continue to grow.
Yeah, once you catch that first body, you ready to try everybody. Once you get one, you ready to. You tried that kid again that same game, and that kid got it the second time. He caught it the first time. They was going at it. That was a pretty good game. And then the little kid ain't bad. I'll tell you who I think I would hope they could get more out of is the Cobb kid.
Is the Cobb kid. He
sits outside. He won't go inside. As big as he is, he won't go in there. And the thing is, when he does go down there, he actually is not bad. He's actually effective down there.
And the thing is, he can actually shoot the 3, and which I don't mind. I just would like to see him more active. I think he can give them more if he's more active.
The kid, AJ Cobb for Frostproof, kind of light-skinned kid. He's a real big kid. He looked like a football kid. They say he don't play football, but he like about 6'4", probably about 220, 230. He'll
at least that big, and he has lost weight.
He a big
but
kid.
My thing is, I think he's the key to how far they go. Because he's got to play well.
He's gonna have to go inside. If he can go inside with Leonard and in their district and their who they gonna play. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Kent. I don't want no smoke. Once you get it wrong, but they'll let you know. So he do play football, but we think he should be. That's even more reason to be playing football. You need to get down there on the block and bang out. But maybe that's not how they got him playing. Maybe they want him up top, so they want him as a stretch four. They want him to be out there shooting threes. So I'm just speaking. If it was my squad, I got Chaney and I got Leonard out there, and I don't have nobody inside, and he actually is effective when he go in there, I would try to put him in there a little more. But what do I know? So yeah, my bad, Miss Kent. No smoke. I'm glad he played football because his future definitely is in pads with his size, not on the court with his size. So no disrespect to AJ, just make a good business decision on that one. So all right, all 3 of us going with Bartow in that one. All right. So the 8 o'clock games, we go to the 3 seed. The 3 seed on the West is Kathleen. Kathleen lost to Victory on Tuesday. So when they lost to Victory on Tuesday,
They gave up the 2 seed.
They gave up the 2 seed. So they got Discovery, who is the 6 seed on the east side. So Kathleen versus Discovery. What y'all think?
I think that's going to be probably the best game of the night. But I'm going to take Kathleen in that one.
I'm rolling with Kathleen. I think that's going to be a battle, though.
I think
that's going to be an overtime game.
I think that's going to be a battle, and I think it is going to be a lot closer because we know that if nothing else, Discovery's going to play hard and they're going to pick up full court. They're going to pressure you, and the jury is still out on Kathleen's guards. I mean, it's summertime, so I mean, the jury out on everybody. But if they can pressure Kathleen, they might can make that pretty interesting because it may be able to turn Kathleen over. Now, Kathleen actually get into the front court. I don't think Discovery got anybody that can guard Shaw. So Shaw just uses size. I don't like about Shaw. And we ain't saying nothing negative about your Shaw, but we done told you this. We done told Coach Broke. We done told Coach Shaw. I know Coach Shaw done told you, so it ain't nothing that we done said. We want you to be 6'7", not 5'7". You get the ball, keep the ball high. You get the ball, he bring it down, and be 6'7" and be a problem for folks on a regular basis. Sometimes I think he let folks off the hook because he bringing the ball down. And that's just the coaching me. I'm sorry, but I like Kathleen in that one too. But I think it's going to be very close because I think that Discovery is going to pick up the whole game, and I think that pressure is going to give Kathleen guards a little trouble because Kathleen guards are they're trying to figure it out right now. All right, the other 3-7 game on the east side, the 3 seed is Sebring. I'm sorry, east side. I mean, this is a 4-5 game. The 4 seed is Sebring against the 5 seed Jenkins. Jenkins versus Sebring.
I'm going with Sebring.
You want me to go first, Coach, or you still thinking?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I personally, I mean, probably the most underrated kid in the county, I think, that nobody really talk about, that I've said it before, is the kid O'Hearn, Marshall O'Hearn for Sebring. He does a lot of stuff for Sebring. And the other night I saw him he did a little trash talk, which I thought was, I kind of laughed at that. I thought that was funny and interesting. He ended up getting a tech for it too, going back and forth with the Ridge kid. But I love O'Hearn. I love the Wallace kid that's inside the transfer they got from Avon Park. He just play hard. He active. So I for those 2 reasons. I mean, they got a couple other kids, but O'Hearn is going to be tough, and then Wallace. So for that reason, I like Sebring.
And I'm with you guys. And remember, the football kid not even playing summer league.
That kid.
Yeah, he's not even playing. Thing is about Jenkins, man, they're so unpredictable. They'll come out and be world beaters one night, against good, really, really good teams, and then against teams that are close to their level, they don't play as well. So it's kind of hard to judge what Jenkins team is going to come out. I'll go with Sebring.
All right, and the last game is the 3 in the East versus the 6 in the West. Arbondale versus Santa Fe.
Is this on these games Monday night games? We still on
Monday, tomorrow night? Yeah.
Jeez.
This all we can do is Monday, bro. Because the playoffs, we can't do Tuesday and Wednesday to the winners and losers.
No, I'm just asking.
This is the last one.
KK hurt? Is KK hurt?
KK been nursing that ankle all summer. If it would not have been Winter Haven, I don't think he would have played. I don't know if he played this weekend. I know that they went and played a couple games this past weekend. I don't know if he played, but I know he wasn't gonna miss Arbondale Winter Haven. But he been nursing that ankle all summer. So I don't know if
who's already playing again?
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe.
So
if KK plays, man, there's no question I'll pick Arbondale. But if KK is not playing, I think the advantage goes to Santa Fe.
Man,
that's a key injury.
That's an interesting game right there, though.
That's a 3-6 game.
Yeah, it's 3-6.
So Santa Fe number 6 or Auburndale?
Santa Fe 6. That's a. Would that be an upset if Santa Fe won?
I don't think it would be.
The seedings it would be, but I don't think it'd be an upset though.
Are y'all saying it won't be an upset because Santa Fe been good the last 2 years? Because Santa Fe this year, that Summer League team ain't good.
I'm just saying the seed, based off the
what
seed.
I'm saying is if KK is playing or not.
If KK plays, that's an upset. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying based off the seedings would it be an upset, not nothing else, because they're a 6 seed and a 3 seed. The lower seed.
I need a question. If KK play and Santa Fe beats them, then that's an upset.
I would say so. I think Arbondale is a better team right now.
You're so petty, bro.
I'm asking the question because I'm asking the question because I don't think this Santa Fe team is good. So if you say it's an upset, I want to hear that.
They taking their time, trying to figure it out. They got some new pieces. They got some pieces that are out.
Before August hit, Santa Fe will be top 3 teams when we start the preseason right before the season. They get everything they get. But the team they got now, man, they got too many doctors and lawyers.
Doctors and lawyers can play a little bit too.
Hey, not the lawyers I know.
I know Coach Santos will have something to say about that. He can play a little bit. I see some of his film.
Who?
Clips.
Coach who?
Santos.
He ain't no doctor and lawyer. Man, went to college and played ball.
I know. I thought he was a lawyer.
Yes, I didn't know that. He might be. I don't know. He might be. All right. So who you got, man? Y'all ain't said it yet, y'all.
I'll take Arbondale.
Santa Fe can pull it upset, but it's time to watch them summer uniforms. I'm going with Auburndale.
I think KK gonna play since the playoffs. So for that reason, I'm gonna take.
I think they're gonna play just because it's Santa Fe.
I think he's gonna play. So
they beat them last year.
So all right. So we don't know that this is gonna happen, but based off what we just said, if we were to project these winners until the next round, so the quarterfinals on Tuesday would be the first quarterfinal would be the winner of game 1, which would be Lakeland. We said Lakeland against the winner of game 8, which we said would be Sebring. So
Lakeland.
Based off what we saying now, we saying Lakeland versus Sebring. So we just projecting it out.
Did we all pick the same teams?
We all picked the same teams for the first round. So we still wouldn't be no change. So Lakeland Tuesday, Lakeland versus Sebring.
Dreadnoughts.
Okay. I like that too. So the second quarterfinal would be the winner of game 2, which is we said Lake Wells versus the winner of game 7, which would be Bartow. Lake Wells Bartow.
That Tuesday, Bartow gonna send boys to Tampa, right?
I thought they sent them on Wednesday and Thursday. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm asking. I still like Lake Wells.
I don't know when they send them. But that makes a difference if he got his whole team or not.
I ain't picking him. I told McGill Thursday I ain't picking him. I like Lake Wells. That man don't care about these games.
Blight pick Lake Wells? Blight finna kick you out of Bartow too. You already kicked
That man does not care about these games.
He doesn't.
Huh?
I said he doesn't. He don't care about wins or losses right now.
Yeah.
He's just worried about them playing well.
And learning how to play together.
Exactly.
Let's go, Lake Wells.
So Lake Wells care, but they don't.
Lake Wells care about everything. You see, they don't speak.
That's true. All right, so y'all.
I'm gonna take the Highlanders too.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Lake Wells too. The third quarterfinal would be Victory versus Arbondale.
I like Arbondale.
I like Victory.
Okay, so Coach like Victory, PG like Arbondale. I like Arbondale too. I think KK gonna play. This is the playoffs. I think he's gonna play. And then the final quarterfinal game, on the championship side of it, Winter Haven versus Kathleen.
Winter Haven.
I love Winter Haven.
Okay. Do y'all want to pick the consolation side?
No.
I know you weren't going to pick the consolation side.
Y'all can pick it. I ain't. I'm staying out of the losers bracket.
All right, so loser game one. Loser game.
The loser games? You want to pick the loser games?
No. I mean, we can do it off the air.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
The law get tossed out of the picture.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah, let's just do it off the air after they're already played and set. Then we can post on our prediction.
So based off of what y'all saying, the semifinal, and then you know how it be on Wednesday, you have the semifinal 1, semifinal 2, and then you play the third place game, then you play the championship game. So the first semifinal, based off of what we projected, would be Lakeland versus Arbondale. And then the second semifinal would be Lake Wells. And no. Wait a minute. Make sure I'm saying this right. Semifinal game 13, Lakeland versus 15, Lakeland versus Winter Haven. And then it would be Lake Wells versus Arbondale. So Lakeland, because Winter Haven 2 seed. So yeah. So based on this, we would say Lakeland versus Winter Haven in one semifinal, Lake Wells versus Arbondale in another semifinal.
Oh boy.
But Lakeland and Winter Haven would not meet in the championship, I mean the semis, because Lake Wells knocked them off.
Oh boy. I like Winter Haven to win it all. I'm gonna stick with my gun. I gotta stick with what I said at the beginning.
So you like Winter Haven versus Lakeland? Who you coach? What you think?
I mean, I said that at the beginning. I don't want to change my mind now because Lakeland don't start winning. Then that sounds like a hit. So I gotta stick with Winter Haven.
Right. I think it can go either way. Winter Haven is definitely the bigger team. So I guess it's going to be determined by how Lakeland shoots the ball. And
how JP handles the pressure. Because we know Lakeland gonna pressure him. And he ain't really had to face no pressure in this. I mean, he probably facing some on the team camp circuit, but he not had to face no pressure in the summer league. Ain't nobody tried to pick him up.
Not in the summer league, but that's what we do with Tony Bradley. So I know that he can do it. That's not a big concern of mine. My concern is that they have some droughts as far as scoring goes.
Gotcha.
When they're not playing well, when they're not shooting well. That game's gonna be interesting with the transfers and everything. I think Tyler them gonna play with a chip on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And I think
it's gonna be a very heated game.
Yeah. So hopefully the best refs are on that game.
LRBO.
Who will be you Chip and who else?
No, I'm definitely not gonna be there. So
I'm trying to get a little credit, dog. Who the best ref is? Chip gonna ref that game. I hate that.
I also know Woodside. He's gonna play his kids too. So I'm gonna go with the Bear. I'm gonna go with Lakeland.
You got the Bear.
Yeah.
I want to go with the Bear because by that time that would be 10 games in 3 days 4 days for Winter Haven, and I know they're young, and I know they got plenty of energy, but 10 games in 4 days, that's going to be a lot. I think they might have the Kevin Durant effect. And so for that reason, I think I like Lakeland too. They play all their guys.
So that's your excuse for Brooklyn? Kevin Durant was tired from all the games?
Bro, if the man wears size 15 out of 16, we ain't even talking. The man hit the shot. He just foot was on the line. Come on now. It was like an inch. You saw the thing in regulation.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, look at the shot he hit in regulation. Man. Not the shot he missed in overtime. He hit the shot in regulation and tied up, but it was his foot was on the line, so it would have been a 3. It would be over. He hit the shot. He didn't like he missed the shot. He hit the shot. His foot just was on the line. He wear 15 out of 16. It's a whole conversation, different conversation. All right. So on the other side, the rematch. If it go like we saying it, it will be Lake Wells Arbondale. They just played this past Wednesday. They will play again this Wednesday.
Bird, I got to pick Winter Haven because I switch out and just pick y'all all of a sudden. It was like, dang, you picked Winter Haven at the beginning of the season.
No, you talking about the Kevin Durant thing.
Oh.
No. I think Bird talking about Winter Haven.
Yeah.
He just said facts for me. So, I mean, I don't know what he talking. What you talking about, Bird? You talking about Durant or you talking about the Winter Haven Lakeland? I don't want to say. I don't want to quote you wrong. I knew the King out was coming. I knew he was. I knew he was coming. Now, if we want to get into it, and I can't talk about stuff with the LeBron fans. They not very objectionable. When the difference between that is that Kevin Durant even took the shot. We know LeBron would have passed it, but that's another conversation. All right, yeah. That was a free one for the LeBron people, but I know they're gonna come in. I don't hate LeBron, man. I just that was easy. So Lake Wells Arbondale, what y'all think? Other semifinal.
Arbondale wins the second one.
You think Arbondale? I knew you would.
Yeah, I actually think Arbondale will win the second one too, especially if KK is playing.
For that reason,
it was been riding high. Sometimes it's tough to stay at that level. Coach Fame's doing a great job with them.
So, like Arbondale and Billy D.
I like Arbondale for the semi.
I like Lake Wells again, and the reason why I like Lake Wells again is because by the same token, I think by that third game, that's going to be 3 nights in a row for KK on that ankle. So I don't know how healthy he's going to be with that ankle, and I don't think they can beat Lake Wells without KK playing. So that's for that reason. So based off of that, we kind of split. But the majority, based off of the majority of this, we got Lakeland versus Arbondale in the championship.
Yeah, like I said, we may have to repick it because of how Monday goes.
Yeah, so it may change, but definitely how Tuesday goes. So, so it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, Monday decide all of the other seedings and so.
If it's Lakeland Arbondale, Lakeland gonna win it all. Yeah. Lakeland and Winter Haven won't win it all. Put it like that. That's
whoever wins the Winter Haven game. That's who you got.
That's who wins it all.
Okay,
I agree with that.
That's fair. All right, so next thing is
Well, y'all let them not win, but y'all ain't gonna be able to tell them nothing but to January, boy.
We know,
like says White House or bus.
Y'all got Sean Fuller watching the whole show today. Boy, let them win. Sean Fuller gonna be selling out, boy.
There ain't gonna be no
every day, boy. Sean, I know you ready. I know you got that can of worms open.
Hey, we just got a text that the media can be on the floor, so that's a good look for Polk Hoop. So the media is allowed on the floor, but everybody else, they want to make sure they upstairs. So y'all help us with that tomorrow night. But all right, so the top 10 players.
Who y'all supposed to be that y'all can be on the floor?
Be the media, man. What you talking about? All right, so the first team, last 10 years. Kathleen.
Last 10 years.
Mooney.
What's the kid that go to Warner?
Rod.
Oh, Rod.
Yeah, Rod.
Mooney.
We going with Moot in the last 10 years?
Mootney got to be last 10 years if Cheese in 08.
I'm just writing it down, boss. I want to make sure I'm getting it right.
Yeah, Mooney graduated in 11. So
I
he
like
would.
Mootney.
Based on what I seen from the Thomas kid, I would pick the Thomas kid. You know, have Kathleen had an All-State player in those last 10 years?
They have not had a. That's a good point. They haven't had an All-State player in the last 10 years.
I mean,
so
we need some more guys.
Marcellus.
We need to hear some more guys' names though, because we might take Mootney off of there.
My vote would be Marcellus.
Because look, if you, well, he only played a semester. Corey played a semester with them, right?
Was Corey that 2 years? Was Corey that 2 years?
Corey's last 2 years.
I know we said 2 years was the thing.
No, he wouldn't have made the 2 year requirement that we talked about.
Okay, so he would be off. So right now we saying Rod, Mootney, and Marcellus.
You can't even name 5 guys that played at Kathleen. How sad is that?
That's what I'm like. From the last 10 years? I mean, if he went all state, what you did, so you gotta put him in the conversation because he went all state. Who went all state besides Marcellus in the last 10 years? Off that alone, you got to put him in there, right?
You got to put him in that conversation.
So them the 3 we rocking with. That's then once you post it, oh, you forgot this person, forgot that person. Hold on now,
that's what I was saying. Like, we need to find some more guys with Kathleen before we actually just got down to 3. We can't even name
Will Brown.
Kathleen been that sorry in the last 10 years. You can't even name people. That's sad.
Yeah,
if it's before then, we can name a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
That actually speaks a lot. That says a lot though. That's where we can't come up with nobody. I mean, they even have more of a conversation. So that's what the conversation is. So it's them 3, I guess. And then once we put it on there,
jeez, all them football guys and none of them guys play basketball.
It seems like we're missing somebody, but I mean. All right, so that's what we'll go with, and then we'll put it up there.
I don't know anybody. I don't remember anybody that would be better than Robert Marcellus.
Kathleen was terrible for 10 years, boy.
Yeah, it was tough in the streets. Now I had to lean. It was tough in the streets. So, Gann. Wait, will we put Gann as a basketball player?
I don't think he was tougher than Mootney, though. That's just my opinion.
Okay, I agree with that. All right, so we're gonna go with them 3 next. Santa Fe. Santa Fe will be in the last couple of years, right? Be Javon.
Yeah, Javon for sure.
Hey, look, Gilbert, that was from transfer from Haines City. That's
before that time.
He before 10 years, right?
Yeah, he would have graduated in.
Mootney been 10 years? Mootney, you been 10 years or you past 10 years?
Mootney is he graduated in 11.
Gilbert was tough though.
Yeah, but he graduated in 10, so that he don't meet the cutoff.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Moses,
that's what I thought.
Moses terrible. Moses wasn't Sleepy Hill kid. Moses was tough. He could play. But
is Moses top like we put him on the list? I know we did 4 last week, so we're gonna put Moses worthy of the top 10. I mean, top 10 years.
Mootney was an all-state football player. He on the list. That tells you nothing about Kathleen.
All right. So Santa Fe, we got Javon Bell. Who else? Who the other 2?
I mean, I don't know Santa Fe like that. And the only people I can think of is Ray and Joe. That's off the top of my head. before that, I couldn't tell you who went to semifinal.
Yeah, one guy, if somebody can come on this post and name 5 guys that didn't play out before them guys, I'll take you to dinner. Gotta be Ray and Joe.
So we're gonna say Ray
and Joe.
Ray Joe,
He bring kid only played 1 year, so he don't qualify.
Ray Joe and JaVale. Okay.
Ray played 2 years then, right?
Ray played 3 years.
Ray played 3. Ray and Joe played 3. Javon played all 4.
Ray Joe and Javon. Okay. All right. Next, and this one, Coach, you're gonna have to probably help us with this one because I only know one person from Ridge before this year, and that's Terry Rose. And I think so. Terry Rose was probably the best shooter that nobody know about, maybe in the last
I agree.
15 years. Would Jude count? Since Jude,
I would say Jude has to be the next one.
And I don't know who the third one would be.
I don't know. Don't want to know.
I don't know who the third one would be either.
That's tough.
But those two got to be on the list.
So we only said 2: Terry Rose and Jude St. John, I guess.
What's the boy that just signed to go to school? Put him on there.
That's Jude. Yeah.
That's Jude.
No, not Jude. It was another kid that got some going to school somewhere early in the season.
He was just there for this year. He been there 1 year. He transferred from Miami. So we'll do them 2. Lake Region.
What?
Hey man, they in the county, so we got to put them up.
Both papers, Marcus and Kevin.
They both last 10 years.
No, I'm sorry. Got to take Marcus off. But Kevin is but Kevin played his senior year with me.
But he played 2 years.
10 and 11. Yeah, he played 2 years there, so I would put Kevin on there for sure.
After Kevin, who Lake Region is
that? We know Kevin's the best thing come out of Lake was.
We put Skipper son on there. He scored 1,000 points. Anybody besides?
Yeah, you got to put his son on there.
I don't know who else after that. Get a little shaking once we.
Man, the only other kid I can think of was the kid that played with Skipper.
Joby was before.
Oh, Joby. Yeah, Joby. I would put Joby on that.
That was
Joby for sure.
That was
Joby was tough.
I thought Joby played. Yeah, Joby played against EJ and them. So yeah, he would go on there. Yeah. Coach Simmons, you was in LA Region that time. So we got Joby, Kevin, and Skip. Did we get it right, or we missed anybody?
Coach Simmons been in LA Region 10 years, something like that, huh?
Yeah, he was there before and came back. So James Jackson, he been at that's the last 10 years. That wouldn't be the last 10 years.
Yeah, that's the last 10 years. That is because that's after when we won it, when James was there.
Okay. Man, they got all these players and they suck.
VJ Harris, he wasn't there 2 years. Well, he was just there. He just transferred from OCP.
I think he was there that 1 year.
Yeah, he just transferred that 1 year, coach. His last senior year.
But I say put those 4 on there. James got to go on there.
All right, and the last one, Toomey, this gonna be you. Tenor.
What?
Carlos.
Treboy. And I want to ask you this, bro. I don't know if you know. Remember Jaquez that played with the 5?
Jaquez did have a good career there.
Jaquez Williams. Me and Bro was talking about this.
Darian Laster.
Bro say Darian Laster. So we got 4 people. Bro say that, I don't know if you remember this. He was trying to remember. Tenor Rock beat Kathleen 1 year when Jaquez was there.
Jaquez there.
They did knock off Kathleen.
That's why we ain't talking about Kathleen the last 2 years. A sanitation.
So Coach Bro, it is true. Yeah, Santa Fe did. Tenor Rock did knock off Kathleen. My question, I know you were saying you was trying to get the right time limit, but yeah, time span. Who was Cavantes?
I don't know, but Kathleen was grade A sanitation. but both Shaw got there and Thomas, boy, they just
yeah, man. Kathleen got less people than Cavantes. Who is that though? Bird, Coach Bird. What's his last name? I don't know. Is he better than Carlos, Jaquez, Darian Laster, Treboy Williams? What's Treboy Williams? He would be that too, right? Oh no.
Well, Carlos doing the same.
Same, okay.
Carlos just left.
Yeah, Carlos left his senior year. But Carlos put in work while he was there.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. So hey, I thought I thought it was gonna be shaky to get them 3, but we got Lake Region and Tenor. I was surprised, so that was good. We only got 2 for thanks, Coach Simmons, for helping us out with Lake Region. We only got 2 for Ridge because we don't know nobody else. So
somebody need to help us with Kathleen before we pick.
Yeah, before we posted, then they be on the crucifiers. Oh, if you know that for 1 year, then yeah, it's got to be at least 2 years, Bird. That's the criteria, so they won't make it. All right. Well, I know we got this on here, so I don't know if it's. I don't think we heard any transfer portal stuff that happened since last week. No new transfer stuff, and I don't think nobody really went and did AAU. I know people went to team camps this week. I know that I know that Bartow went up to Georgia, and I know that Winter Haven went to a couple of different places. Winter Haven went down to the Florida Southwestern camp and the Florida Gulf Coast camp. So they went to 2 camps, and Armendale went, I think, the FABC or something like that. They went and played a couple games. So I know this weekend Kathleen going to the Villages to play in a team camp. So I don't know if it's been really much AAU ball because people, like you say, took June off because of the period.
It's the June. June is a high school month. If anybody playing AAU ball and they can't play for high school, I will have an issue with that AAU program. We're not touching our kids till July 1st. So
gotta respect the people. The high school, they already don't get a lot of time with the kids anyway. So you got to give them a chance to actually have their kids during the time when they're supposed to have their kids. So I definitely agree with that. So AAU won't necessarily have anything to talk about till after July. And then that's when y'all jump into the live period. But it was good for Bart to take those. And I saw I guess on Saturday, KJ must have had a good day because they mentioned him in the standouts. And I know it was like over 100 coaches that were supposed to have been up there. So that was kind of like a sort of a quote unquote, I don't know if it was a live period, but coach was there. So shout out to Coach McGriff for getting the kids up there in front of.
The one in Georgia was a live period. So coaches were there.
That's what they said. I saw a picture where they had like 100, almost like a lot of coaches that were sitting there with their fans and everything else. Coach Billy D just got a question in the chat.
I think they are doing something at Disney, but Disney is not popular as far as getting college coaches there. So a lot of people are not playing in AAU anymore. I do know that Hoop Scene, the one that's do the Bob Givens tournament, is having a tournament in July in Orlando, the 23rd through the 25th, because I know that we're playing in it. So it's not, I don't think they're using Disney. That would probably be the best tournament.
So what happened, because that used to be the place to be, was Disney. What happened?
The shoe circuits formed, and AAU lost that power with pulling coaches to their events. So, and then you have circuits like Hoop Scene, and now you got Prep Hoops, and like On the Radar, that are really strong with pulling college coaches to their events instead of going to AAU events.
So stuff has got watered down. The competition has picked up, essentially.
Yes, and like I said, it's going towards the shoe company teams and those other circuits instead of AAU. AAU got to be able to pull the talent that coaches are looking for them to continue to come and recruit there, and they're not getting that the talent that they used to get.
So is AAU dying out?
I would say so, but I do know they got a couple ideas to try to get people to come back for a big push. I think in next year they're trying like this type of international world championship where they're going to try to get a bunch of international teams as well as some of the teams that are here in order to pick that momentum back up. So we'll see how that turns out.
Okay. So y'all don't necessarily do AAU. Y'all do kind of circuit stuff, right? Y'all don't necessarily do TV 13, right?
Yeah, we're playing I know we're playing Hoop Scene one week That's in Orlando. We're playing On the Radar, and we're playing Best of the South. Both of those are in Atlanta in July. Matter of fact, I'm about to send you the schedule now for us.
All right, and while you doing that, I just got a text, and we got a text that we left off Ronald Dell from Lake Region. Remember the big 6'10" kid? He got better when he left Lake Region, didn't he?
He got better when he left.
He wasn't really that guy at Lake Region, but when he left Lake Region,
that's just my opinion. But the kid, he was a 7-footer, so
he was 7 feet though. So you can't coach 7 feet.
You can't coach 7 feet. But you know what though? He didn't play the whole time at Lake Region. I want to say he went to Ridge for 2 years or something like that.
Oh, okay. So then he wouldn't be with Lake Region anyway, then, because he didn't fit the criteria. Okay.
No, I only think he played like a year, and then he went to Ridge for 2 years.
Okay. Well, bro, not on him.
It was vice versa. One of them. I don't remember, but I don't remember him tearing up the county for him to be.
I think he got better when he went to JUCO, and then he went to Auburn. I'm thinking, he was like a rebound shot blocker type guy. But yeah, he was only there for 1 year, like Coach Simmons just said. So I just heard this over the last week. Wanted to kind of get your thoughts on this, Coach. I don't know if you heard this yet about the way they talking about doing the playoffs for next year for basketball. So in years past, you get the eight people in the region. Well, not years. Well, a couple years ago, if you're the district champ, you automatically got one of the top 4 seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the conversation that I've heard that is being discussed is they're going to go back to the seeding, where they're going to, put you based off of your, the seeds like they did a couple years ago, like your strength of schedule and all that kind of stuff. And they're gonna seed you based off of your seed. So even if you are not a district champ, you could still be one of the top 4 seeds. And I guess that's to reward people for strength of schedule. But, and this is what's confusing to me, you could be a district champ and not be one of the top 4 seeds, but still get that first home playoff game. So the thought is that you wouldn't necessarily be playing. So let's just say, for example, 2 years ago, when we had four or five teams that got in it from the 6A region with Bartow and Winter Haven and all them guys. Let's say, based off of that, this format, it would have been Bartow, Winter Haven, Jenkins, Lakeland, Kathleen, something like that. They was like top 5. So in that scenario, remember when Bartow and Winter Haven played again in the semis? Based off of this format, Bartow and Winter Haven wouldn't have played into the regional finals because they would have been the 1 and 2 seed. So even though Winter Haven would have had to go on the road, they would have not been on the same side of the bracket as Bartow. So that's what I've heard how they're talking about doing it. What's your preliminary thoughts on that? Besides it being confusing, it was confusing to me. I had to hear it a second time to kind of get the gist of it. But what's your thought on that?
What if you win the district championship and be an 8 seed? And how would you get a home game if you play in a 1 seed?
Well,
that might be a district.
It wouldn't be. Well, I guess the thought is the 4 district champs are going to get a home game, and I guess the thought would be the 8 seed wouldn't be it, but they could be based off of what you just said. But the 4 district champs will get at least 1 home game. But based off the seedings, they're trying to reward strength of schedule and not penalize people for playing.
Like I said, Coach, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
I say I lose every game in the season. I go on a run the district championship. And I'm the district champion, so I automatically get in. So I end up being a 7 seed, knowing I'm gonna play one of those top seeds. How do they get a home game? I don't know how that's gonna work. I think the district champions.
I think the conversation. the gist of it is they trying to make sure that they reward strength of schedule and not have like a 1 seed and then a 5 seed playing each other when they the top 2 teams in the region. If you're the top 2 teams in the region, they want to make sure you're on the opposite side of the bracket so you wouldn't.
And I agree with that. And they should do that. You know what I'm saying? I think they should even consider, where they did it back in the old days where the top 2 teams went to different regions. They could possibly meet in the semifinals. But if they're going to do it that way, I think they should throw out, the district champion getting the home game. First 4 seeds get the home game, period.
And that's my thought. If you're going to do it that way, just go ahead and give the district champ, get the top 4 seeds the home game and be done with it. Or, which is what I would like to see, and I'm just being biased for Polk County, because they do it in Orange County. I would like to see them just send, like you just said, put us in 2 different regions so that we can end up meeting in the Civic Center. Because they can do it, but they just did it last year for Orange County, where Oak Ridge and Dr. Phillips played each other in the Civic Center, and they both in Orlando.
But they're AA always been like that. One side of I-4 is going one way, and the other side of I-4 is going the other way. It's always been like that for Orlando.
I just look at it like Polk. Let's say East Polk County. Let's call Bartow, Winter Haven. Let's just say Ridge, Haines City, East Polk County, and let's say all the Lakeland schools are West Polk County. You can send the West people Hillsborough County way. You can send the East people Orange County way, and they both could potentially get to the White House and not have to play each other in the region. I think it can work, but I don't think they're gonna do it. But I think it could work if they're
not gonna do it because they're gonna use travel as an excuse. But like I said, it used to be that way when we played. Because I remember the Capital League 2017 because we was the district runner-up. We went to 2 different regions. We ended up playing Cardinal Gibbons in the regional final. If we win that game, we're in the semis with Kathleen in 97. So it can be done.
I just think that makes more sense. I just think that makes more sense.
My thing is, have they even released the district assignments yet?
I gotta, and I don't want to say it on here, but I got a preliminary thing of what at least one district gonna look like, and I put it in our check. I don't want to put it out there and people be like, "Oh, that's it for real," and that not be it for real. But I'm gonna post it in our chat. But it's going, and that's where the conversation came from because they was telling me about the potential district for one of the county teams and one of the county districts, and then they were saying that's how it's gonna break down. I'm just like, that just don't make no sense to me. So explain it to me again so I can kind of understand enough to talk about it when we get on the show, just to see, what's the thought process of it.
I'm on the website now and they haven't released district assignments yet.
Yeah,
which is crazy because you don't even know who in your district. And you got to be strategic about how you schedule people.
So is that the reason? Look at what Coach Simmons just said.
I mean, it could be.
I guess that's a good point because they always they was always playing each other. So that's definitely a what's the name?
But my thing is that people want to see the 2 best teams play. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like Bartow having a blowout game in the championship game last year.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Even when my kids played, but I don't think it really mattered in 2012 because we beat everybody. But you just want to see the best game.
You just want to see the best game. You want to see the best 4 teams there. And I thought they got it right a couple years ago when they did the rankings. Because you didn't reward them teams, some of them districts that had horrible teams. And if you got 3 or 4 good teams in a district, they shouldn't get penalized because they in a district. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you also know they reseeded you once you got to the semifinals.
Once you got there, you got reseeded. So I thought they got it right a couple years ago. So hopefully they'll go back to that this year. So we'll see. So I just wanted to get your quick take on that. So the last thing I wanted you to put your analyst hat on, and it's not high school. This is NBA Game 7 it's going on right now. Philadelphia, Atlanta. Who you got and why?
Man, I actually like Atlanta and the way they've been playing. Coach Nate don't get enough credit, I think, for the job he's done with that particular team. Philly is too inconsistent, and I don't think they shoot well enough consistently, and they struggle. People be on Ben Simmons, but Ben Simmons is going to have to find some type of jump shot in order to take that team to the next level. So I actually like Trey in Atlanta to make the conference finals.
How is Ben Simmons effective with no jump shot, no offense? I think the other night he daggone had 4 points? Bro, you had 4 points.
Number one pick.
And he was the number one pick in the draft, and he still. Now I did see where what's the name playing, but I think he hurt. I see Coach Simmons like Philadelphia. I see where Embiid hurt. He gonna be playing hurt. He got his knee hurt, but he gonna be playing. But I Simmons. I don't get him. I don't get him, boss. And I'm a Duke guy, but when your second best player on your team is Curry, and it's not the guy that's in Oakland, I don't know if that's a recipe for a championship. But I mean, he making shots, he doing what he need to do, but it just seems like Philadelphia is 10 to 15 points better than them, but they're not playing that way. It's like every game. Well, at least the last couple games, they jump out on them or they have a lead and they can't hold a lead. It's no lead in the NBA with all the timeouts and TV timeouts they get. So ain't no lead safe. But just seemed like I was real surprised that they won in Atlanta Friday because Atlanta became tough to win, just like Phoenix was today. Atlanta, some people in Atlanta, bro. So I was real surprised they actually won Friday night. So I think they're going to win tonight, but I think Milwaukee definitely is going to be a problem for them next round. But
my thing is, Coach, Ben Simmons has been in the league, 5-6 years now?
About that, yeah.
So where has his improvement been? Has he improved?
And that's the thing. He's a lockdown defensive player. He can guard. But after that,
he affects the game other than scoring. He can guard, he defends. He rebounds. He facilitates.
Maybe that's it. He's never going to be a scorer. Maybe he's just never going. Maybe we're expecting too much out of him. But he's a number one draft pick. So can you ever expect too much out of the number one draft pick?
No. But my thing is, he was an all-star. Trae Young was not an all-star. So make sense.
It definitely don't make sense right now with how Trae Young playing.
Devin Booker was not an all-star. Make sense.
So, Coach Simmons, you agree with that Simmons should have had you said that because y'all got like saying last night. Simmons should have made all-star. He legit all-star over Trae Young and Booker? Or you just saying he's a great regular season player, so take it with a grain of salt? But I think Philly gonna win tonight. But I think Milwaukee gonna win the next series. If for no other reason than they got horrible matchups with Philadelphia. I mean, Philadelphia got horrible matchups with Milwaukee. But I think they can. Yeah, I agree with that.
I like Atlanta in the conference championship. They probably won't beat Milwaukee, but
you think
I like them beating Philly tonight.
Atlanta tonight, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well,
and the Clippers in trouble. The Clippers are in trouble.
They get Kawhi back now, so they you got to take it with a grain of salt. They didn't have Kawhi today. That makes a huge.
CP3 didn't play either.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, so the Clippers, both of them didn't have their best guy, but Clippers are. Look, the Clippers been down 2-0. They've been down every series, so this ain't nothing new to them. They just, they don't know somebody. So they dropped the first two, both Dallas and Utah. So not Utah.
Man, but Booker's triple double today was impressive.
Yeah, man. Like I said, yeah, he was very impressive, and he played the point.
How you say they're in trouble, man? I'm watching you on the phone. How you say they're in trouble off of a first game, man? They just went through this with Utah down 2-0.
I just said they were down.
But Kawhi was playing though.
Dallas too. Kawhi didn't play though. Kawhi make a big difference.
Yeah, Kawhi make a huge difference.
Cause Kawhi can go. I don't know. Let me break that up. You would think that Kawhi could guard Booker better than who they had guarding him. Because the way Booker played today, I don't know if Kawhi could have guarded him today. But you want to say Kawhi, they didn't have the best defensive player that could have stopped some of that he was doing. But then you can't.
I want Phoenix to win. I want Chris Paul to get one, but
I want Chris Paul to get to at least to the championship.
I want to count the Clippers out. I can't count the Clippers out, bro. They just down 0-2 to you.
You can't count them out. I think they're in trouble though. I actually like Phoenix to win it all. I actually like Phoenix, bro. The way they playing right now, they could potentially win it all.
What would the ratings be if it was Atlanta versus Phoenix?
You remember New York and Spurs? You remember New York and the Spurs? Hey, did I hear one of y'all say y'all picked Atlanta to win tonight?
Yeah, I like Atlanta.
For what? What reason? They're gonna get blown out tonight.
They winning right now.
Coach say he like Atlanta.
Up right now. We can put lunch on it, Toma.
On the game? Yeah, I like 76ers to win that game.
We can put lunch on it. I'm good with that.
All right.
Polk's already in debt with lunch, so I'm not betting them till they pay up first.
Who Polk's in debt with? What? I ain't saying not, but refresh my memory. Who I dropped the ball on?
Remember, it was a while ago. Tuma paid up when we went to yeah, and you owe, and you was like, Coach, I'll get you on the next one. It's like, okay.
Oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, we gotta link up so I can pay what I owe. I don't want to be out there on the streets owing nobody, I didn't know that. I
get on the 76ers?
I kind of remember that, but I need to get in on that too. If you think what's name gonna win, I could double or nothing on that.
Okay, well, double or nothing then. I
like Philly too. Okay, so
if Philly loses, Doc Rivers need to be fired.
After 1 year?
After 1 year, he need to be fired.
Earl Montgomery said you must be drinking. Why he must be drinking? What he?
What kind of big guy?
What he about? What about saying that?
About the blowout.
Oh, about the blowout. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but I think Philly's gonna win though. I don't think Philly can blow them people out because they can score
It's gonna be Bucks and the Suns. That's what I hope to see. But Clippers, man, Clippers got past Dallas. That's all they need to do. I would not. Hey, you got to remember, Billy D. They just played Friday night. They supposed to lose game 1.
I agree.
Yeah, they weren't even a threat. Like they knew they weren't going.
They went 7 games that series too. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of wear and tear on them tires. But Phoenix playing well, man. Phoenix role players are playing well.
Paul George ain't got no wear and tear right now, bro. That boy playing another level.
As Paul George dismissed the bust of playoff P, now he get the
I don't know about totally dismissing it, but he's been playing better.
Hey man, Simmons, we know Doc, your boy, man. I remember me and Billy D was hanging out. You was over there chilling with Doc when Austin was on the team. But hey, he the fall guy. You gotta keep losing, man.
The coach gotta be the fall guy.
Man, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, he couldn't win nothing. Yeah, that squad last year couldn't win nothing. If he lay down tonight, fire him. He needs to become a assistant coach.
Is Tyronn Lue underrated again?
Bro, I don't know.
We always gave Tyronn Lue credit because he was coaching LeBron or with LeBron, co-coaching with LeBron. But do he get credit for what he did the other night without Kawhi?
Why he get credit? They got all their players back except Lou Williams, right?
Who you talking about? I'm talking about no. They ain't got all the people. They lost more than that. They lost Williams. They lost more.
They lost more than that.
You gotta look at who they playing right now. They ain't playing who they were playing last year. They lost Jordan too. I think they lost Jordan, lost somebody else, and Blake Griffin. They lost all the people that Doc had.
Blake went on that team last year. Blake was at Detroit.
No, the one kid went to the Lakers. That was a 6-man.
Harold. Yeah, Jordan went on that last year.
They lost Harold. They lost Lou Williams, and they lost DeAndre Jordan. So that means
Jordan went on that team last year, bro.
He won. Well, they lost Williams and Harold.
Yeah. They lost two big pieces.
And then he's
man.
And so does he in the conference finals? So does he get credit? Because I know people always say he didn't do nothing because he was with them.
I'm not saying he did. He gets credit for
Man, you got Kawhi
doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, you got Kawhi and Paul George, man.
But he didn't have.
He got Rondo.
Kawhi game 7. He didn't have Kawhi game 7, right? Or game 6, whatever it was. They did the closeout game when the boy went for 39.
Hey, yeah. KD didn't have what's the name? His foot was on the line, right?
Yeah, true. But the man kid has been playing well in the playoffs from Florida State. Terrence.
Tell you who's gonna be the difference out tonight for Philadelphia. Speaking of is the Maxey kid for Philadelphia. He need to make sure he still get the same amount of clock tonight that he got game 6. If he do, I think Philadelphia in good shape. If he go back to the bench, because they played because guys was in foul trouble. He just put him out there and he just made plays. So hopefully tonight he don't go backwards.
Man, what about the Payne kid for Phoenix, man? I think that kid is playing well, especially with the journey that he's had. Remember, he played behind what's the name of him at OKC behind
Chris Paul. I mean,
not Chris. I'm talking about Westbrook. He played behind Westbrook. He never got any clock at OKC. Like that boy had to go to the G League. He had to go to China, and I think he's the one that's helping to spark the Suns right now.
Yeah, he don't do a bad job at all. Phoenix better than you think. They're a little deeper than you think too. So
Phoenix got everything that you need in this NBA. They got a big that can run the flow and block shots. They have they got 3-point shooters. They have a great point guard and they got a deadly scorer.
Yeah, he is deadly. He'll kill.
They got it there. They got all the pieces. They're just young.
They got all the pieces, and then that's why Chris Paul been so good because he makes sure everybody where they're supposed to be at. He the vet that they needed.
That's so going 7 games though, bro.
Yeah, I think it's 7 games.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a great series.
Yeah, Kawhi coming back. I heard y'all asking saying Kawhi coming back. I don't think he's coming back.
I saw
coming back this series. They were talking about it during the game, saying he's not coming back this series.
Oh, I saw a Twitter. I guess that's why I was saying I saw a Twitter feed that said he out game 1. He was gonna miss game 1, and 2-3 was gonna miss 1 and 2, based off the COVID protocol. And that's crazy. He's the first one that got caught up in COVID all year. They done went the whole season. And now you get to the conference finals, and he get caught up in the COVID protocol. That's we hadn't even talked about COVID this year up until to the end. That's crazy. That's straight crazy. So, all right, man. Well, I guess tomorrow night, y'all make sure once again, coaches, if y'all still on here, fans, y'all help us out at the field house by respecting the people, respecting Mr. and Mrs. Woodside, respecting the court and what the folks want us to do. If you're a fan. And you're a player, you're not playing, make sure you're up top so we can continue to use that facility. Make sure we make them look good. Thank them for their hospitality for the summer league. And playoff tomorrow, then at Monday, then Tuesday they'll move to Florida Southern again. And then Wednesday will be the last night, championship night at Arbondale.
Championship will be at 9:00 on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I get to come see that then.
Yeah. So,
But I don't if it ain't Winter Haven. Oh, so what Winter Haven Lexington to be on like a 7:00 game on that Tuesday?
it would be 7:00 Wednesday. 7:00 Wednesday. Right now.
All right, I gotta figure that out.
Okay. All right. So, Skylar, John, this off top. Keep watch out for me. Okay. We're gonna keep.
That's a kid. That's a.
I guess it's a kid. I don't know. I just read it. I don't know.
What school you at, buddy?
What school you at, Skylar? Michael John, ready? Before we jump off. We got a couple seconds. Ross Proof.
All right, we'll keep watching tomorrow.
See you tomorrow against Frostproof. Make sure you come up and say what's up to us so we'll know who he is. Put a face to your name. So 2022. Okay, so you're an upcoming senior. All right, no sense. Hey, self-promotion, that's the best. Nothing wrong with that. So now we're looking for you tomorrow. Now we're gonna be looking for you. So you're gonna be in the conversation. So I hope you're ready to go. Y'all got Bart to the playoffs. So I know you probably tired of us talking about Devontre and Jay. So now and AJ. So if you the next guy up, then we'll holler at you. So come say.
But talking about Trey. Trey top 2-3 players in the
okay. League. You don't know white guy on Frostproof. So if we see you first, we'll make sure and speak to you tomorrow. Then love y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all be safe. So. All right, man. So double or nothing, coach.
Double or none.
All right, Philly, Atlanta.
Let's go here before we get off here. Billy D must know something.
Man, I don't know nothing. I just like the way they playing.
Oh, it's tied.
Okay. Come on, Philly. Come on, Philly. All right. Well, we appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Once again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers on the thread, man. Thank y'all for standing in the paint. Thank you for the job that you do.
Salute to all coaches,
yes, sir.
Stepfathers, anybody that stood in the gap. You know what I'm saying? Administrators, teachers, just anybody that's standing in the gap, being a father figure. Happy Father's Day to you too.
Yeah, man. Y'all enjoy it, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all earned it. Not just today, but today is the day that's officially, but every day. So keep doing what you do, man. The kids need it. I know they appreciate it. And I know we do too. So we'll see y'all tomorrow at the field house, man. Y'all make sure y'all safe. Until then, Polk Hoops out. Be safe.